McCluskey, acupuncturist in Washington, D.C. And this is an introduction to a series of videos I'm going to put out about needling technique and needling itself. Years ago, now it must be about 4.5 years ago, I was looking around YouTube for different videos on acupuncture, and I stumbled across Andrew Nugent-Head and a series of videos he put out called Demystifying Qi. If you're not familiar with Andrew, he's an amazing acupuncturist. Check him out. His website is ATS, Association of Traditional Studies, and he has another website where he has a lot of classes on there, on teachable.com. Both are excellent. Take a look at it. Really cool guy. Great story. But anyway, about 4 years ago, I was watching one of his videos. I know exactly where I am, or where I was. I was in my kitchen, and as I tend to do, I was cooking my food, watching videos, and this guy just blew me away. He was able to, in 1 or 2 hours of videos, get across to me fundamental, basic understanding of needling, which opened up doors in my mind. I went the very next day in clinic. I went back and I started doing acupuncture in a way I've never done before. I mean, surprisingly different. I was able to engage with acupuncture points and make them do things that I've never been able to make them do. And that was actually just watching an hour or 2 hours. Probably that day I watched several hours of his videos, but it really clicked in early on. And he was just teaching fundamentals, foundational components of how to do acupuncture. Wasn't anything fancy, wasn't anything complex, wasn't something that's some sort of super high level esoteric thing at all. No. It's foundational, basic, fundamental. And it changed me right there and then on the spot. Now, of course, after something like this, you have to go and study with that person. So I continued to. And from there, he just helped me build on and on and on to foundational, fundamental skills of acupuncture. And so that's what I'd like to do for you. I want to give you an opportunity, a doorway to open up and see different foundational points of acupuncture, needling, treatment theory, things like that I never learned in school. Now, hopefully you did. And if you did, maybe this would be great. Maybe you enjoyed the videos. If you didn't, maybe this is going to be a doorway to open up for you as well. The first series of videos I'm going to put out are around needling technique. Well, I don't know, that's not exactly the right way to put it. We're just going to broadly speak needling. That's the first topic. The thing is, when you really start looking at what goes into needling, there is an enormous base that goes into that one action of needling. So we're going to break it down. We're going to slow down that process, break it down, and look at it from 4 different perspectives. Start by looking at the intention. When you're needling, what is your intention? What is the power of intention? But also, very importantly, what's the boundary to your intention? Then we're going to look at needling technique. So we're going to say, okay, we have an intention. This is what we'd like to do. And here's a needling technique that might embody that intention. So we'll look at one called cooling sky. And we'll just look at one needling technique. There are many. Some might say there's infinite number of techniques. Some acupuncturists might say every single time I needle, it's a new technique. It's very true. We'll look at some foundational, basic techniques that you can then take and combine to do, well, as many as you like. But in this series, we're going to look at just one. Then we're going to go on to really one of my favorite topics. And it's my favorite topic because it's something that's completely missed out of so many people's education on acupuncture or needling. It's also a low-hanging fruit, meaning you can learn this in a few minutes or maybe 10 minutes at most, take it to your clinic, and you can enhance the power and potency of your acupuncture like that. And this is the utilization of the second-handed needling. Then lastly, we'll have a video on the body. So when you're needling, how do you utilize your body to enhance the needling process itself. When I was in acupuncture school, people would say, or the teacher would say, you should be like a vessel between heaven and earth when you needle. Your shen should be open and empty. Something like this. But, or maybe your shen should be focused. Focus, open, empty. Anyway, the point is, they would say these things, but they wouldn't really tell me how to actually do that. So we're going to look at that. We're going to look at how do you utilize your body and its movements to enhance what you're doing. So bringing these four things together is a way in which you can really just amplify your acupuncture. However you're doing it now, whatever points you select, whatever treatment style, whatever you're doing, these four things, when you take them very seriously and look at them, they could take wherever you're at and just build up from there. Increasing the power, consistency, and potency of your acupuncture. And that's going to be our first series of videos. We're going to do some other series. We're going to look at points, point combinations. We're going to look at what I call case studies of points. So how to get an acupuncture point to do 2 or 3 different things reliably in your office. We'll look at different treatments, kind of basic, what I call form treatments. Okay, so maybe like 4 gates. There's other ones I do posteriorly. And then we're going to also look at videos around orthopedic acupuncture. That's a huge topic in and of itself. So who knows what we can get into there. If you like any of what you're hearing here, there's 3 things you can do. 1, you can check out Andrew Nugent Head. Go on his teachable.com site, go on his website, look him up. There's a lot of great information there. There's still some videos he might have on YouTube as well you can take a look at. 2, practice, play with what I talk about, do it in your clinic. Whether you succeed or fail, come back and comment below. If you've heard this from other people, other teachers, I'd love to hear that too. Put your comments below and we can start a good conversation and dialogue. Lastly, if you like any of this, go to my website, toddmccluskey.acupuncture.com. On there, go to classes. In this fall, the fall of 2019, I'll be teaching a class in Washington, D.C. on orthopedic acupuncture. It's going to be Foundations of Orthopedic Acupuncture with the emphasis on low back pain. It's a very common problem that we get faced with if you treat pain in acupuncture. Or sometimes you might be treating other things and the person also has low back pain. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at low back pain from the leg sinew channels. We're going to look at, is this coming more from the bladder, the gallbladder, the stomach, or the yin channels? And we're going to look at how do you differentiate that, and then how do you treat that? Now, right at this moment in acupuncture, there's a huge row going on physical therapists and dry needling. And basically the line that acupuncturists say, which is absolutely totally true, is that dry needling is acupuncture. We've been doing this for centuries, maybe millennia. The thing is, most acupuncturists I know aren't actually doing the thing that is dry needling in acupuncture. So this is an opportunity to learn that. We're going to look at a specific needling technique called sparrow pecking. It's awesome, it's very simple, and it gets great results. And it is the original dry needling. So if that's something that you want to incorporate in your practice, but you want to take a $1,600 dry needling class and hang out with a bunch of PTs and get stabbed like that, then come on to my class. Work with acupuncturists. It's going to have a lot of hands-on work. You're going to come out of there with things you can do, utilize in your clinic the very next day, whether it is low back pain or other pains. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this, and I really look forward to working with you in the future. Check out my videos, keep an eye out for them. And again, if anything interests you, comment below. I'd love to hear from you.